Okay, student. Today we will take up the combination of lens. Once or sometime we have to use combination of lens, two lens at a time. So we will take up what happened in the case of combination of lens. Here we have two lens L1 and L2, and let's see what happened to their combined focal length. O is the object. For the first lens, I is the image of O. If second lens would have not been there, so O will have its image at I, and when second lens is put up, this I1 is used. I1 will be act as a virtual image for the second lens, and we have the final image at I here. So for the case of first lens, the distance of this is V1, intermediate sum value. V1, 1 upon V1 minus 1 upon U, the distance of this U is equal to 1 upon F1 focal length of L1. For the second lens, this will act as a object. So V1 will become U. So in that case, and V is the final image. For the lens L2, this is 1 upon V, and 1 upon U is 1 upon V dash. So we will get the F2. When you add up this, then we will get, this will cut 1 upon U, 1 upon V, ये हो जाएगा 1 upon V minus 1 upon U will be 1 upon F1 plus 1 upon F2, which is the combined length, focal length of F. So 1 upon F1 plus 1 upon F2 is equal to 1 upon capital F. Capital F is the combination of the combined focal length. This comes out to be F1 F2 upon F1 F2 upon F1 plus F2. Okay. So now take care, if both lenses are of the same type, say both are convex, then this will be like this, both F1 and F2 will be positive. But if one is positive and other is negative, one is convex and other is concave, then it becomes F1 minus F2. This you have to take care. But pause करेगा? Pause करेगा. Student, now we will take up the case of dispersion. When light dispersed through the medium. Before that, we will take out the prism. Prism is a portion of transparent medium bounded by two plane surfaces. Okay, so this is prism having certain angle. That angle, normally if all the sides are same, angle will be 60 degree. This is called angle of prism. Angle of prism is normally denoted by A. We will simply write A. How it functions? Let's have a ray coming over here. This is surface A, B, C. It falls on the surface A. Normal to this is the normal. This angle is I. It will turn toward the normal, will go in this way. Then in this phase, this is the normal. It will go away from the normal, so it will go in this way. So what happened? A object is placed over here. If you see from this side, the object should be virtually seems to be at that place. So while you are looking or watching a object, it should be this way. Object here, then you have to watch from this side. This is emergent ray. This is transparent ray, refracted ray. This is incident ray. As usual, this is angle I. This is angle R. R1. They are two different diffraction. This is R1. This will be I2. This will be R2. Okay. Now, if this prism would have been not there, this should have gone in this direction. If you see object from this side, and the prism is not there, you can see this object straight coming from there, and light would have been gone to this side. But due to this prism, this light has gone to this side. It means it has deviated by this angle. This angle is called angle of deviation. Deviation angle. Angle of deviation. Now you see, in this case, the ray deviated twice. One, it was going this side, deviated here. From here, it goes this side and deviated here. So this angle is the second deviation, and this angle is first deviation. Okay, so lambda delta 1, delta 2, and total is lambda 1 plus lambda 2 is delta deviation. Now we have to find out the relation between the three things. Now see in this face AB, deviation first AB is how much? Delta 1. This delta 1 is total I minus R1. I1 minus R1. This total is I1. This is the first refractive angle. So delta 1 is I1 minus R2. Similarly, delta 2. Delta 2 is I2 minus R2. I2 minus R2. Total deviation is how much? We add up with this. Total deviation is delta 1 plus delta 2 means I1 plus I2 minus R1 plus R2. We will remember this and we will see how it comes out to be. Now, see in this angle, this triangle, R1 plus R2 plus this angle is 180 degree. I will write here R1 plus R2 and I will name this angle as angle. This is something else, they put it R. Okay, let this angle is O. R1 plus R2 plus O is equal to 180 degree. And take this quadrangle. In this quadrangle, these two things are 90 degree. So this 90 degree each. So these two are 180 degree. So remaining angle A plus angle O becomes 180 degree. It means this angle R1 plus R, because R1 plus R2 is nothing but equal to angle A. Okay, this is clear by simple geometry. We will put R1 plus R2 is angle A and I1 plus I2 is